Hey everybody, welcome back to the Drunk Turkey Show. I'm your host Daniel J. Alongside with me is Big Blue. We have some breaking news in the Nicola Bulley case. But before we get into that, I'd like to ask everybody to please hit that like and please hit that subscribe button. This type of content usually gets demonetized or limited due to the fact of the nature of the content, and so that also minimizes the reach. So it helps the algorithm when you hit the like button. It doesn't cost anything. So appreciate that so much. Now into the
Okay.
uh, into the information here. So, a body has been found in the search for the missing woman, Nicola Bulley, after a tip off by members of the public. And so, first and foremost, that means that somebody saw this. So, I would assume the body has surfaced to the top of the water and is floating. Nicole Bulley has been missing for more than 20 days. They haven't announced that this is actually her. Um, do you find the length of time that it's been, to point in the direction of this actually being Miss Bully?
It's hard to tell, man. 'Cause I was reading some reports says it only takes less than a week for it to start floating.
Hmm.
Um, so it's hard to tell if she was weighed down or she got caught on something, and how deep she was before she broke loose, I guess.
Right, right. I don't know how deep this the River Wyre is. It doesn't appear to be very deep, but there's some. At times, it sounds like there is some raging waters that go through there, and that there is a pretty strong undercurrent. And so, yeah, you're absolutely right. There's a possibility that she got stuck somewhere, and that could lead to why it took her this long. Uh, So, for those that don't know, Bully at 45 was a mortgage advisor, or is a mortgage advisor in Lancashire. She disappeared while walking her dog after dropping her daughters off at school. Found at the scene or suspicious circumstances was that her phone was left on the bench and her dog was bone dry, seen running in the area off leash, which the off leash portion of the incident isn't uncommon for those that knew her. She's been missing. The police, up to this point, has been stating that they believe that she fell into the water. They do not believe that she left the walking trail, and so they've stuck to that. And an underwater search team and specialist officers went in there and entered the water and recovered a body. No formal identification has yet been carried out, so we're unable to say if it's Nicola Bulley, um, and that this body was also found near Rawcliffe Road. So that's what we're aware of. So Rawcliffe Road is up here. Now it intersects, I don't think it actually ever intersects or crosses over the River Wyre, but it gets pretty close out here. Now this is where the bench is. So the bench is way down. That's a pretty good distance. In fact, let's measure this out.
Yeah, but like they said, it was a strong current, so it could have definitely taken her all the way down there, and they didn't widen the search area wide enough.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just follow the river. So we're not doing it by the. And we're at over a mile or close to a mile now. We're about to pass a mile. Yeah. So this is the earliest part where the River Wyre meets Rawcliffe Road. It's about a mile and 1.24 miles, a mile and a quarter mile away. And
Yeah,
now that's if they found it there. It could have been found anywhere along this this road here, and it could have easily been. I mean, as you can see, it goes on for a bit, and so the time that she's been missing, had she did fall into this river, it would make sense. I mean, the this river follows that road
yeah.
up to right here, up to right here, and then that road goes off. And so, yeah, you're looking at a possibility of a 2 mile path. Um, 20 days, I think that is that's that's believable in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I would say that's pretty pretty accurate. I mean, everything flows downriver, and
Right.
it's just sad if it is her. You know, like everybody had hoped that she might have just needed a mental break day time, and if it's her, you know, maybe it'll come to a conclusion and she may rest in peace.
For sure, for sure. And if it's not her, then somebody else has passed, and that's still horrific. Um, Now the question is, how did she get into the water? Was it an accident? Did she slip? Um, there was a lot of the news have been coming out with a lot of I don't say stories, but allegations that Nicola was abusing alcohol, was having a difficult time coping with her having menopause at an early age. Um, is it possible that she jumped into the river?
Can
What do
be.
you?
It's a possibility, man. When you're going through a deep depression like that,
Mhm.
anything's possible.
Yeah.
You know,
The only
sometimes people will do the craziest things, but the thing is, like, if she was wearing a coat and very weighted down, it would, and she's intoxicated, she'd struggle to get out of there, especially how
oh for
muddy
sure,
it is.
for sure. And like let's look at that. Like and for me, I don't think she did that. I don't think she jumped in. Reason being is because she made plans to have a play date. You know what I mean? And she stayed on the phone. The phone was still connected to her work, right? And for me, what that tells me is that something occurred that made her put the phone down. I don't think that she was attacked because I don't think the phone would have been found on the bench. Now, if the phone was found on the floor somewhere, that's a different story. But the phone was found on the bench. She holds the phone out when she talks. So what I'm assuming is she was on the phone listening to her work. Something happened. She puts the phone down. Perhaps maybe the dog sees an animal, a duck, a bird, or something, gets close to the water. She goes after the dog and then falls into the water.
Yeah,
Question is, why doesn't the dog jump in after her?
yeah.
I I would assume that a dog would.
I would assume too, but some dogs are afraid of water, man. My dog will not let you give her a bath.
Hmm.
She'll like literally like almost bite me every single time I try to give her bath. So some of them do hate water that much.
Yeah, she's wearing, I believe, also um, what what I read was that she was wearing jeans, like blue jeans, tight jeans,
Yeah,
and some denim type material, some socks with some, it looks like some heavier shoes, and that is a pretty thick jacket. Um, Also, do you think that the temperature? It looks like it's cold out there. Would that have affected the decomp timing in which it maybe didn't float as fast as possible or usually expected?
yeah. I was reading that the colder weather can preserve things a lot longer. And
Hmm.
also, one thing that we had to put into thought is the cold water. You know, maybe she was trying to swim out. Maybe she fell in and she just got picked up by the current. If it
Hmm.
was a strong current day,
Hmm.
and maybe cold water right away threw her, you know, into shock or hypothermia after a little while trying to swim out.
Right.
It's tough. I mean, even like here in Texas, there was a story about the two brothers that went kayaking, and they went out on a day where it's only about 70 degrees, but one of them fell in the water,
Hmm.
and supposedly the other one jumped in to help him to get back on his kayak, and they both got hypothermia and they both passed away. And it did take this is Canyon Lake, so it's a pretty big lake. It did take about 2 weeks to find one of the brothers' bodies. It does take time.
Now, I know that this water was supposedly it was raging at the time. This is actually from across the water, right? So there's the bench up there. Um, if she would have fallen, that's not a short fall. That's probably about 5, maybe 6 feet tall. I'm assuming that this guy's about 5'5". 5'8" maybe. He's about
Oh,
3 hands. One, two, three. Yeah, so he's about that height. Over here it gets that's a significant drop, probably 7, 8 feet. This is probably about this 5.5, 6 foot. And so the water here isn't shallow, and there's a bunch of rocks. Maybe she fell and hit her head.
that's
What
a
do you
good
think?
possibility, man. You hit your head and you knock out, and there is no swimming out.
Yeah, exactly. Because there was a lot of there was reports that she um, was a strong swimmer, and I was thinking if she like twisted an ankle or something, or chasing the dog. I had seen there's a fence right here, and you can see part of it there, right? And I had seen pictures and videos where the police were going through this little path here. I don't know, maybe perhaps the dog got through there. She went to go get him, fell down here, hit her head on the rock, and just the current took her. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 miles is a pretty long distance away. Um,
Yeah,
and we saw the video where the guy threw his phone in the water. It's pretty murky down there, and so it's the visibility isn't strong. But and who knows? It's not confirmed yet that it is her. It's probably going to end up coming out that direction just based on the incident. I don't think there's anybody else that's missing in the area under this suspicious circumstances. So um, it's unfortunate, and our prayers and our thoughts and prayers go to the family and everybody involved.
yeah.
Um, Blue, do you have any last words or your questions before we close it out?
No, I just wanted to say, if it is her, my prayers go out to her family. She had children she left behind, so it's gonna be pretty
Definitely,
sad for them.
definitely, it's
So,
heartbreaking. It is definitely heartbreaking. But with that said, guys, we're gonna let you guys go. We're the Drunk Turkey Show. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Please hit that like and subscribe button, ring that notification bell. We'll be going live tomorrow night, and we'll be taking some phone calls. So get your phones ready and ring that notification bell so you're aware of what time we're on. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.
peace. Have